Bear down, Chicago Bears. We got a massive update that just happened. Fresh off the presses, DeAndre Swift, running back for the Philadelphia Eagles and previously the Detroit Lions, has now signed with the Chicago Bears. 16.5 million guaranteed in the first 2 years, $24 million contract overall. Looking to be about $8 million against the salary cap. Now, we don't know the exact numbers yet. The details won't come until March 13, but we do have some clarity right here. And let's pull it up on the big chart and let's talk about it real quick. So the Bears strike fast in free agency and agree to a deal with new running back DeAndre Swift. This is a decent pickup for the Chicago Bears. Now, listen, I am a fan of Khalil Herbert, and I don't like to see this move and get Khalil Herbert supplanted in his position, nor Roshan Johnson. But Travis Homer's gone now, and Deonta Foreman is gone as well, meaning that we needed to have a third guy in that set. Now, the fact that it's a starter and the fact that it's DeAndre Swift, who comes off of a 1,000-yard season just last year. So when you look at this, 229 carries, 1,049 yards, 4.6 yards per carry. Now, I think the important part to point out here is that he's averaged 4.6 yards per carry for his entire career. Still only 25, fairly young, played in all 16 games, didn't get an injury bug or anything like that for the year. So he seems like he's in pretty good shape, scored 5 touchdowns. Now, let's talk about fumbles. He did have 3 fumbles, so we are going to want some better ball control. Did lose one of those fumbles, but cast your eyes down just a little bit, and now you see something very intriguing, and that is his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, something that the Chicago Bears have not had in great supply. Roshan Johnson was the exception to that, having 38 receptions last year out of the backfield, but he was the only one with a significant number. Now, when you look at what he did with Detroit and Philadelphia, he's averaging around 50 receptions every year, and let's call it about 300 yards. So this is an enormous pickup for the Chicago Bears. Now, the other thing that this does, I do want to stress, is this improves the run game. I am a Khalil Herbert fan. I do think that Khalil Herbert represents a really good running back, and so does Roshan Johnson for that matter. But this is a new dynamic in this, in that this is a starter, 1,000-yard rusher who also has a significant amount of catches. And that is something that the Bears are going to need in abundant supply for this year. Now, what does that do for the offense, you might ask? Well, this is what your new look offense is going to look like at this point. We don't have clarity at the center position. Currently, it's Ryan Bates, but I don't think that he's your starter at center. I don't think that he's that guy. I think he replaces Cody Whitehair as a viable backup at guard and center if needed. I think that, over the next day or so, we're going to start to see additional information coming out on new potential players that meet the needs of the Chicago Bears. We still need a slot receiver and a Z receiver. And then we have a question. And the big question, of course, surrounds Justin Fields. So for now, we have our running back. We have 3 running backs on the roster. Kari Blasingame continues to be the fullback. So we have 4 runners on the roster. We've really kind of filled in a few of the positions that we've really needed. Running back, we did need to pick up a running back. We don't have to go through the draft to get that, or we can get somebody just to see how well they do. Then we've also got a safety that we've just picked up in Kevin Byard. Now it's a matter of what are the big pieces that we're looking for. We also have to acknowledge and we have to recognize that with $8 million going here and with $8 million with Kevin Byard, the salary cap for the Chicago Bears has now dwindled down to about $22 million remaining after paying for the draft picks and holding about $10 million for the season in case you need to pick up somebody in the offseason through free agency or something like that. So you want to hold on to that money. So you have $22 million left. Let's see where Ryan Poles goes next. We still have no update on Justin Fields, what's going on there. I did put him in as the starter, as you can see from my chart, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. I would prefer it, but that's on me. That's not on the team. So we'll see what happens next. And welcome aboard, DeAndre Swift, Kevin Byard. We have the makings of a really good team here. I hope this continues, and I hope this free agency looks really, really good. But we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Until then, bear down.